Is it not fascinating to know what tarot speaks about your birth date? Watch now. Atmanaman to everyone. This is Neera Sareen once again here at Omkarma. In the Discover Tarot series, today I thought I would take up another personality, and that is as per tarot. What does tarot speak about a certain personality, a person who's born on a certain date? So, very beautifully, we can uncover the personality of a person. Now, today I'm going to be talking about the date 14 of any month. So that means people who are born on the 14th of any month. So let's talk about them. And one thing I would like to make clear is that improvisations do happen with age and with experience, because this is life and life teaches us a lot of things. So people who are open to improvisations, definitely they bring improvements and become a better self in the growing time or in the with the passage of time. So definitely there can be certain changes here and there. All right. So number 14 people, they have the most important thing about them is they have a complete hypnotic personality. I mean, if you happen to meet this person, whether a male or a female born on the 14th, you cannot forget this person, because this person will leave a mark on you in some way or the other. So that is why I call them, in fact, as per tarot, it says it's a these people are very hypnotic. Practical, manipulative, ambitious, logical, focused, determined, creative. Go on, the list is really long. Their goals and their objectives are very clear. That means what is it that they want in life, or what is it that they are seeking, whether it be work, whether it be relationship, what is it that's giving them a completion, or for that matter a high, or for that matter something that they are resonating to. That's very clear of them, and that is how they go about then surfing towards their goals and towards their objectives. Also, these people are extremely lovable. So you kind of feel a sense of security with these people. Why? Because they somewhere feel very responsible, not only outside of their domains, but primarily inside of their domains. That means their family, their relationships. They have a complete sense of responsibility which they feel, and they try to, live up to this responsibility and give their utmost to any work assigned or any relationship that they are dealing with. Another thing is very nice about them is that they have they have traditional values. They have their own perceptions and their own belief systems. Though again, belief system is something which can keep transforming or keep changing with age and with experience. Yeah, but the initial years of people who are born on the 14th have very strong patterns and belief systems, and they generally are rigid about changing them. Also, there is another thing which is very important, is that they are very good advisors. You can completely rely on them. Let's say that dependence. So from the dependence comes the security part, as I had said. So you can completely rely on them. Like, you have a problem, you give them a problem, they'll give you n number of solutions, but they will not force you to get into it. So they will give you that kind of space where they are going to give you options, they're going to give you rightful guidance and clarity, and that's how you kind of take help from them. And also, some people have a tendency to get too dependent on them. So once you have a tendency to be too dependent on them, they do not like it because they are space lovers. And another thing about them is that if they set boundaries for themselves. So if you get to push them too hard, they do not actually appreciate it, and they would probably at times react. So it again depends, because there are so many people born on the 14th, and each of them come from different backgrounds, cultures, and how the family has brought them up. So obviously there is going to be some part of change from one personality to the other, but I'm sure you guys must be resonating because by and large they are like this. As I said, that the improvements do come in. Then of course, as I said, that if you push them, they would probably burst. Now, as I had said earlier also in my earlier videos when I was explaining other numbers, that there is definitely a but here, which means that the weakness, or we find the areas to be worked upon with people born on the 14th. And for sure, what we see here is anger is a great issue with them. So reactiveness, anger is where they need to work upon. Also, what I see out here is there's a lot that's going on in their minds. So there's a huge lot of so mind is conflicted unless and until somebody has got very focused and very clear as this is my goal, this is my objective. Otherwise the mind always is working. Yeah, so the thoughts are always coming and going. So that is a mental conflict which is quite high, and which could trigger anger, or which could trigger some kind of a reaction to something which probably they don't resonate with. So this is one thing which they need to be working upon, where they need to be more responsive and more thoughtful instead of reactive. Another thing is that they have the pent-up emotions that are stored in them, and which are relatable to some issues in their lives or to any past experiences. And this is like a Pandora's box that just opens up, at times, even unknowingly or also perhaps knowingly, which again is not very healthy when in work or we talk of the interpersonal relationships. It's not something which is appreciable. So this is one area which they need to work upon. Ego is again something which is inherently there in people born on the 14th. So though nothing is impossible for them, you give them a task, it's done. But at the same time, there is a very subtle ego which is going on. Some really represent in a very strong manner, but some of them just go very silently with respect to their ego issues. So of course, they like to spend money, they like to live a quality life, they like to give the resources and the privileges to people at home. So they like all of that, usme koi kami nahi hai, but they need to work on their financial areas as well. Why? Because their ambitions at times can lead them to get too many things for themselves, where they get really stressed out in the head. So financial planning is again very, very important for these people. And spendthriftness or extravaganza in finances is something again your take. If you have it, you spend it, but be actually very, very financial. Your calculations need to be really good. So you need to be aware of what you are spending, how much you have, what is it like. So these are the areas where these guys need to work upon, and rest, they are actually beautiful people. And believe me, I really like them, specifically the so many of them that I know of born on the 14th. Thank you so much. Coming up with more videos on Discover Tarot, and till then, goodbye. Loads and loads of love and light.